Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pokemon Violet Shiny Badge Quest. I hope you are all doing well as we get into our 4th installment of the series. In case you guys don't know, there will be 6 videos on this topic, 3 shinies per video, and at the end, after we complete the challenge, I will be creating one big video on the entire series. If you guys are interested in seeing that, don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date on all the videos I post. With all that said, don't forget to check out the 3 videos prior to this one if you have not already, and let's get into this thing. In case you forgot or didn't watch the first videos, yeah, I'm looking at you, our current team of shinies right now are PNP, aka Pretty in Pink, our level 23 Oinkologne, Inca Kola, our level 40 Lucario, who is also my favorite Pokemon that we've gotten so far, but don't tell the others, Minecraft's Steve, our level 41 Garganacl, our OG, our fully evolved Pooper, who is now a level 40 Clodsire. The OG is just because the shiny Wooper looks like the original Wooper, hence OG original. Lola, our level 45 Lincoln Rock. Lola because the name of my sister's dog is Lola, and just look at her. Isn't she so cute? And finally Charlie, our level 50 Espartha. Charlie just because Charlie. This team is honestly pretty good, maybe outside of Oinkologne, but that is just because he is level 20 and about 20 to 30 levels below the rest of our team. Outside of that, this team has fared well in all of our challenges thus far, so I see no reason to target any specific Pokemon as a need for our team, and I just went back to the old-fashioned way of Outbreaks as our next shiny hunting method. I know that I mainly do Outbreaks, but just look at these odds. I mean, that is a lot better than the standard 1 in 4096, which pretty much every other method gives us. After a tiny bit of resetting for an outbreak, I eventually found a Shellder outbreak. This was one that I was honestly very excited about because I absolutely love Shellder. Ever since I was a kid, I just remembered loving Shellder. When I got Pokemon Soul Silver, which was my first Pokemon game, I remember seeing this thing and immediately loving it. I think that for a while, Shellder was actually my favorite Pokemon, with Cloyster being a very close second, and maybe still is. However, this fondness very quickly went away after about half an hour of dealing with water outbreaks in this game. I remembered just how much I don't like doing these. I would love to be able to give you guys a specific reason as to why for this. Maybe the lag, maybe just because I can't picnic reset, but honestly, I just don't have one specific reason. I just simply do not like the surfing mechanics in this game. So instead, I decided to do another method that we haven't tried since getting Squiddy, and that was in the second episode. In case you guys forgot, that is the Isolated Encounter method. As a quick refresher, you go to an area, eat an Encounter Power Sandwich, and only see Pokemon of that type spawn. This is more efficient if you only have one Pokemon of that type spawning, as they are going to be the only Pokemon that should spawn around you, but that wasn't the case for me. You see, ever since getting Lucario, I've been itching to get Pokemon that I have adored from afar, but never really tried hunting myself. One of these Pokemon was Klawf. This crabby little dude is a beautiful baby blue shiny, and I decided to hunt for him in the area over by where you defeat the Klawf Titan. This was because this is where you see Klawf the most, but the only issue with this area was Klawf wasn't the only rock type that spawns in this area. Oh my god, bro. I knew it! No! 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 357 encounters. Klawf encounters, I will say. And we get our first duplicate shiny. No! Now, I could just say screw it and get to the next badge. I mean, I already have to get 18 shinies for this challenge, and not counting this would mean that I would have to get 19 in total, and I don't really want to do that. But as I was only 357 Klawf encounters in, about equal to one 30-minute sandwich, I decided to keep hunting. Also, before I go further, I named this thing Cheese Pastry, and I have to know, am I the only one that thinks this thing looks like a cheese puff pastry? I mean, the gold is the cheese, and the rock kind of just looks like a puff pastry. I can't be the only one who thinks this, right? Anyways, after that, I actually got punished for my decision to keep looking for a shiny, as I did not find another shiny until over 3,000 Cloth encounters later. This was equal to about 6 total hours of hunting, and it wasn't even Cloth. Well, is that a shiny Spoink? Is that a shiny? Oh my god, dude, finally. Finally. It's been so long. I should not have kept going. I should not have kept going. Oh my god, it is. I've never seen this Pokemon shiny before. Oh, thank god. Whew. Oh my god. We can finally progress again. Oh, Jesus, I've just felt like I've been here for so long. Thank god. Now, although this wasn't Cloth, it was a new shiny, and I was absolutely going to use the shiny on our team. So with that, I actually did some more level grinding to get our now level 15 Spoink, who I forgot to nickname throughout this entire video, so if you have any name suggestions, leave them in the comments below. And our level 23 Oinkologne, on par with the rest of our team. Again, I defeated some trainers that I missed and did some Terra Raid dens to get candies. Nothing too exciting here except for when our Spoink evolved into Grumpig. After all that was said and done, our team looked like this. With a more balanced team, I decided that it was finally time to do our next gym badge. This one was Larry's gym. When I first played this game, I'm not gonna lie, I liked Larry, but not to the extent of most people. As I played more though, he has just grown on me, and I want to give this man a much needed hug. But before I could do any of that, I was actually confronted with the gym test of ordering the secret dish. I tried to do this one off of memory, but based on the fact that I did this gym the first week the game came out, and it is now March, safe to say that I got it wrong, but very much to my surprise, not by much. I asked around the restaurant to see what other hints I could get, but the only one that I actually got was from Larry himself, and the only thing that he said was the secret dish had lemon to it. So I tried the exact same combination of orders that I did last time, except switching the last answer to the lemon one, and I actually got it right, and I can now finally face Larry. I wish that this gym fight was harder, so I had something a little more exciting to show you guys, but to simply put it, I kind of walked Larry. I mean, I'll just let Lucario do the talking for me. After that, I had now claimed my 5th gym badge and 10th badge in total for this challenge. Next up, another shiny. This shiny was actually the product of another isolated encounter method. This time, however, I went after Cyclizar. Not actually because I like this Pokemon, I honestly think that it leaves something to be desired. I mean, I think that it would really benefit from having an evolution into something more badass, or even just a pre-evolution. But as stated last video, we're all just here for the shinies, and this shiny is actually really cool. So I made a sandwich and started hunting, but just like the last one, I found something unexpected. Now, I was actually very surprised by this because I always thought that Deerling would be one of those Pokemon that if I ever did get a shiny of, I would just pass by it because the only noticeable difference is the flower on its head, and I didn't think that I would notice it. But luckily, I was wrong, because this came just 8 minutes into our first sandwich of this hunt, and after catching Deerling, I wanted to catch it up with the rest of the team, so I did a little bit more level grinding where I evolved Deerling into Sawsbuck and got it to level 44. With our team now looking all around level 45 or above, I decided to head to our next gym, which was the Ghost Gym. Now, this gym was actually the hardest gym for us so far, and the hardest challenge that we had to face since fighting the False Dragon Titan all the way back in episode 2. The gym started just like any other with a simple gym test. This time it was just double battles, and I was able to take out the 3 trainers pretty easily, but the leader is where I struggled. Now, I don't really look at the teams or anything while doing this, so my 2 lead Pokemon were Sawsbuck, who I nicknamed Mar, by the way, because my friend Mario actually loves this Pokemon, so I nicknamed it after him. Shout out Mario. And Oinkologne. The leader led with Mimikyu and Bayonet. The first 2 turns actually went pretty well. I was able to hit Bayonet with 2 Zen Headbutts and a Dig, and I was able to take it out. The gym leader Rhyme then sent out Houndstone, and with a Zen Headbutt, a Horn Leech, and another Dig, I was able to take out the Houndstone as well. The fight was going very well up to this point, however, that's when the problem came in. Rhyme had sent out her Toxtricity, then immediately terraformed it into a ghost type. This Toxtricity then decided to take out my Sawsbuck, my Espartha, and my Grumpig, while also bringing Oinkologne 2 yellow health before I switched him out. I eventually brought out both Steve and Inca Kola, who were able to eventually finish off both the Toxtricity and the Mimikyu, but not before getting to dangerously low health. But with that battle finally over, I got my 6th gym badge and 2nd badge of the video, which leads us to our 4th and final shiny of the video. It's weird to say 4th because typically it's only 3, but with the duplicate, yeah, I think you guys get it. Unlike the last 2 shinies, I actually resorted to the old Outbreak method. This was simply just because the odds were too tempting to pass up. I mean, just look at those odds. I actually had switched up the location to where I look for these outbreaks when I reset them through my Switch, and that was actually over by this lighthouse over by Port Marionata. This was just to get a new pool of Outbreak Pokemon while resetting, and this actually paid off very well as I quickly got a Vaporeon Outbreak. I was very excited about this because water's always been my favorite type of Pokemon since I was a kid, and that made Vaporeon one of my favorite evolutions. But then the internet happened.
Hey guys, did you know that in terms of male human and female Pokemon breeding?
But even after all this, I still like Vaporeon as a Pokemon, although I am a little bit more ashamed to say so. And with all of this, I headed over to the location and got prepared for this hunt. I knocked out the 60 Vaporeon and started picnic resetting. However, that was when a lapse in my judgment happened.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
I had actually gone to go and make food, and I didn't even know that my Switch had been so close to switching the day because the time in real life was actually past midnight, and at this point it was like 1 a.m. But my Switch clock is not synced because of all the shiny hunting and outbreak resetting that I do with the Switch. So when I had come back to resume this hunt, the outbreak was actually gone. This unfortunately meant that I had to find another Pokemon to go and hunt for outbreaks. The next one that I decided on was Clauncher, but then quickly remembered I hate water outbreaks, so I looked for outbreaks again and quickly found a Rellor outbreak. Now this one is actually in the same category as Cloffermi. This is a shiny that I really admired from afar but never actively hunted, so I figured that this was the perfect time to hunt Rellor. And not even 20 minutes into the hunt, this happened. Oh my god. Oh my god. In my head I was thinking, don't troll me, don't troll me. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream. Nah, bro, I was fully convinced that that was the shiny. As you can tell, I was pissed. I mean, the textures on the ball didn't load, and the color made that Rellor look just like the shiny until the very moment I encountered it. I was so upset, but I had to keep pushing, and luckily, not even 3 minutes later, I found this. That's definitely it. That's definitely it. That is definitely the shiny, dude. Okay, that's... Okay, I can't be mad anymore. Oh my god. That's like... I swear to god, it hasn't even been 5 minutes. Like, it's been like maybe 2 minutes. I was super stoked about actually having found the shiny, especially so close to when I got absolutely baited by the game. And I was able to progress in the game once again. I nicknamed Rellor Gold for obvious reasons, then went to Mesagoza to run around for a couple of minutes to evolve Rellor. And once this was done, I fed Rellor some leftover candies that I had in my bag, and Gold evolved into Rapska. Oh, this thing looks sick! Are you kidding me? Dude, this might be my favorite shiny. Screw shiny, this might be one of my favorite Pokemon. Look at him. I've never seen this before. I don't know why it's taking me so long just to see a Rabsca, but... with the gold too? Are you kidding me? No, that's crazy. I once again did some grinding to catch gold up with the rest of the team, and after all that, our team looked like this. I then headed to the final gym of the video, which was the Psychic Gym. After defeating Nemona and getting some much needed training in expressing our emotions, we were able to face the gym leader. Now, Rabsca was actually the perfect Pokemon for this leader. She had a Bug Terra type and Bug Buzz, a 90 power Bug move, now with Double Stab, which one-shotted Tulip's entire team, earning us the Alphronatic Gym Badge. We now sit with 12 total badges, 7 gym badges, and 5 titans, and are getting very close to the end of this challenge. I want to thank everyone for tuning into the series this far, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like the video and subscribe while you're down there. I want to thank everyone for us hitting 100 subscribers. I know that it is a small milestone, but it's the first little small milestone that we get to celebrate on the channel. But with that said, only 4.1% of you are subscribed. Only 4.1? Really? Below 5%? It really helps me out a lot when you subscribe, and it'll keep you updated when I post the final episodes of this series. And you could unsubscribe at any time. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.